Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking play on this video. So today it is the Bundesliga that comes under focus. It's the whole game in Germany. Are Bayern still the dominant team? Are the Mannschaft, the German national team, still a force in world football? Let's not waste any more time. Let's find out. So here we are then on the Bundesliga page. You can immediately see, looking at the past winners on the right there, that Bayern do not have it their own way anymore in Germany. They've only won 3 recent titles, and it's RB Leipzig that are the new kids on the block. No real surprise there. You can see it happening. You can see it going that way in real life. We'll have a look at the past winners in a minute. Let's have a look down this league table and see if there are any surprising clubs in there. Immediately I see Bielefeld are in there, which is phenomenal. Arminia Bielefeld are in the Bundesliga. Augsburg are kind of team that I would expect would be bouncing between the Bundesliga and the Zweite Bundesliga. Got Eintracht Braunschweig in there. Schalke is still there. Greuther Fürth, of course, are still coming up and down. Kaiserslautern, a big old club. Grey Hair Gaming did a spell with them in FM17. You've got Cologne still in there. My team, Bayer Leverkusen, are in there still. Mainz, Nuremberg. So there is quite a lot of the teams that you would expect to see in there. The Bayerns, the Dortmunds, the Leverkusens, the Schalkers, Stuttgart, Wolfsburg. Interestingly, from that, without looking at the second division as yet, clubs like Hamburg, clubs like Hertha Berlin are not in there. It looks like the clock finally stopped ticking for Hamburg. If you're not familiar, they have a clock that ticks that's been ticking ever since the Bundesliga started, because they've never been relegated. Looks like that clock has finally stopped ticking. So look at the past winners then. You can see that Bayern were dominant for a very, very long time at the start of the game. 2017 to 2018, all the way through to 2028, 2029. They won the league every season. Dortmund then took two titles off them before a hat-trick for Bayern, and then it's been Red Bull, Leipzig, Bayern, Leipzig twice, Bayern and Leipzig. So it's taken a little while for, sorry, I called them Red Bull earlier, didn't I? Rasenball Sport Leipzig. It's taken them a little while to gain superiority in Germany, but they have it, and they look like they're the team to play with at the moment. Obviously, Leverkusen still haven't won the Bundesliga title. They have had a second place finish in 2035, third place finish on 4 occasions. So they are breaking into the top 3 every now and again, but still not delivering any trophies. Looking at the second division then, the Zweite Bundesliga, and we can immediately see that Hertha BSC and Hamburg Sportverein are in there. Hoffenheim are in there as well, and we've got some interesting teams. We've got Hamburg St. Pauli as well in there. They're the anti-establishment club. They are in there with their city rivals. You've got Bochum in there. We've got Dynamo Dresden, who are on their way back up. They're in the 3rd division, I think, at the moment in real life. And then there's quite a few clubs that have been up in the Bundesliga recently in real life. Clubs like Paderborn, Ingolstadt, Darmstadt. So Fortuna Düsseldorf as well, they're in there. That would be a good save to take on, I think. If you're looking for a save at the start of the game, I think Düsseldorf could be one to take on. So it looks like a really good division, actually. If you're going to start a league in this current database in 2042, there's a couple of big clubs in there, and there's a couple you've got both Frankfurt clubs in there, Eintracht and Erienbruch. So there's a lot of good clubs in there, really good challenges in there, which would be really, really interesting to take on if you fancied it. We look at the past winners of the Zweite Bundesliga. You can see that FC Köln won it last season with Greuther Fürth and Dynamo Dresden. Did Dynamo Dresden go up then? No, they didn't, did they? They're still here. So they finished 3rd but didn't go up. They have the relegation playoff, don't they? They have the 3rd place team in the Zweite take on the 3rd bottom team in the Bundesliga in a two-legged playoff to see who will play in the first and who will play in the second division. Braunschweig, Bielefeld, Greuther Fürth. There's been quite a repeat of names repeating themselves here, aren't they? Braunschweig, sorry, not Braunschweig, Ingolstadt, Greuther Fürth have won it a couple of times. Kaiserslautern have been up and down. So Augsburg as well. Bielefeld a couple of times as well. So there's a few teams that have kind of gone up and come back down. You would expect that, of course you would. Yeah, I really like the look of the Zweite Bundesliga in 2042. Would be a really interesting one to take on. So we've got to do it then. Well, let's have a look at some of the bigger clubs. We'll get on to Dortmund and Leverkusen. I'm looking at Leverkusen. Obviously, I'm going to have a look at Leverkusen. Bayern Munich then are managed by Portuguese Thiago Rodrigues. He, you'll notice, obviously, I'm down at the right-hand side of the screen from the beginning today. So no moving around on the screen for me. Not familiar with Thiago Rodrigues. He was at Vitória Guimarães, Amarante, Porto's B team, Madeira, Marítimo, CSKA Sofia, so he went over to Bulgaria for a while. He's had a spell in Spain as well, Boavista in Portugal. So he spent most of his career in Portugal with a couple of spells abroad. Went into under-19s coaching before starting his managerial career in Spain with Zaragoza. He's had Getafe, back into Portugal then with Firenze and Penafiel and Braga, and back to Penafiel. And then hit the big time with Benfica before moving on to Juve and now at Bayern Munich. Interestingly, we see another big club changing their manager in 2042. We saw this a lot in the previous videos. So, and it was Florent Anin as well. He is manager of Real Madrid now. We had a look at him in the La Liga video. And it's Thiago Rodrigues that's replaced him 2 days ago. He is fresh in the job. So he is now in charge of the German Giants. What has he done? Thiago Rodrigues. What has he done in terms of trophies? 2 cups, 2 league titles in his career so far. So not the best, but Bayern, he should be delivering some trophies. Moving on to BVB then, Borussia Dortmund. You can see they've been pretty poor the last couple of seasons. They have finished 9th, 7th, 5th, 6th, 4th. Haven't been in the top 3 since 2036. So a bit of a spell, kind of in the wilderness by their standards. They are managed by Ola Pollmann. He started out at Hanover, moved on to Wolfsburg, Aue, Augsburg, Hanover again, Darmstadt, Augsburg again, Osnabrück, Groningen. Started at Almere City. What division are they in? The Jupiler League. That's in Belgium then, I guess. Moved on to Sparta Rotterdam, Feyenoord, and now at Dortmund. He was at Feyenoord for 5 years, so he was doing something right there. He doesn't have any trophies to his name though. He's got 1 promotion, but no trophies. So not the most spectacular of appointments, not the most ambitious of appointments for BVB, but if he does get them back up there, it'll be a job well done. And now it's on to the club that everybody was waiting to have a look at. It's Die Werk Self, Bayer 04 Leverkusen, my German team, because they are twinned with the town of Bracknell where I live. And you can see they've done reasonably well over the last few years, never finishing lower than they had a 5th place finish last season, sorry, the season before last, but then it's been 3rd and 4th most of the time. They got that 2nd place as we saw, so it's been really good without them ever managing to get themselves up to the top of the table. It's really frustrating. They still haven't managed to win the league. You can see they are managed by Hernan Crespo, the legendary striker who is now 66. Don't really need to go through his entire playing career. I think we all know about that. Let's see how he did as a manager. And so he was at Modena and then bizarrely had 14 years out of the game before taking over at Burton Albion. Right. Then he went on to Tours and Rennes and Saint Etienne before going to Spain with Real Sociedad, and then to Italy with Bari before going back to France with Metz, and then to Bayer Leverkusen. Why did he have 14 years out of the job? That is just bizarre. That is just weird. That is weird. He had 14 years out of the game. Why was he in the game as a manager when he's had 14 years out of it? Absolutely bizarre. Bizarre, bizarre, bizarre. And again, Leverkusen changing managers this summer. What is this all about? Everyone is changing their manager. Alvaro Gerardo was the gaffer before he moved on to PSG. That will be one to look at in the French video. So you can see they did win a few cups way back when, but it's been a while since they've won anything at all. Come on, Leverkusen. It's about time you won a title. So we'll just move on to one of Leverkusen's big rivals, then we'll have a look at Schalke, just because they've got an interesting manager in Torsten Frings, who has had quite some managerial career. So he started out at the start of the game and in real life at the minute at Darmstadt, moved on to Hanover, Mainz, Bremen, Hoffenheim, before venturing over to Italy and Roma, and then Real Betis, before going back to Italy to Fiorentina. Then a brief spell in charge of Tottenham before moving on to Lazio and Sevilla, and then back to North London with Arsenal. So taking the old George Graham route of management there, but reversed. And then Birmingham City, Werder Bremen and Schalke, where he has been for the last 3 years. Looks a very, very good manager. Has he managed to win anything? He has 2 cups and 1 promotion in all that time. Successful. Let's move on to Die Mannschaft then to finish with, and they are currently 4th in the world rankings. They are managed by Christoph Hemlein, a 51-year-old that I've never heard of. Let's have a look at him. Where did he have a career? Hoffenheim, Stuttgart, NEC, Bielefeld, Auer and Duisburg. So not great in terms of a playing career. Moved into caretaker management and youth coaching at Dusseldorf before taking the step into senior management with Osnabrück, then Frankfurt, Bremen and Mainz before taking the Germany job a couple of years ago. He has 1 cup, 2 promotions and 2 relegations, and he's got a cup win with Germany. So I assume, let's have a look. He won the Confederations Cup with Germany, so I'm guessing that is the 1 cup they're talking about. I don't think it ranks them differently, does it? Relegated there with Werder Bremen. Relegated there with Frankfurt as well. Not great. Not great at all. Shall we have a quick look then and see what happened to Jogi Löw? And is he in the game? He is still in the game, and he is still a manager. Let's bring up his staff history. Oh, he's retired as staff. Sorry, he is retired. He was in charge until 2018 with Germany, and then that was it. That was his last job. Retired 58. Quite young. Not surprised to see him retire after taking Germany job. I kind of get the feeling that's what he'll do in real life. I don't think he's been in charge of the Germany national team and assistant manager for, well, since 2004, and I'm not sure that he can come back as a club manager now. He wasn't great as a club manager, in fairness. So I'm not surprised that he's retired. I can see him doing that in real life as well. Okay guys, that will end our look at Germany. Please remember to smash that like button if you're liking this little series of looking into the future. Subscribe as well if you haven't already, and turn on the little notifications, because then you will be sure to catch every episode as it comes out. If you haven't already, check out my series with FC Barcelona. It's a Director of Football Challenge. Should be a link somewhere on the screen and also in the description. I'd love you to check that out because I'm having so much fun with that at the minute. It's the first time I've ever done one with Director of Football, and I'm really loving the powerlessness that I am experiencing. Get involved in the comments as well, guys. Let me know if there's a particular club or maybe a player from in real life who obviously will now have retired, but maybe we can have a look at them if they're still in the game. And if there's any particular leagues, because I'm not going to do all the leagues that I've got running in this database, but I'm going to do Italy and I'm going to do France. Then we're going to do the Champions League and the Europa League, and what we'll probably do, we'll do France and Italy on their own, and then we'll probably do the Champions League, the Europa League, the World Cup and the Euro Championships all in one video. And then if I feel like it, because I have a bit of an interest in it, I might do Argentina and Brazil together as well, just to see how things have been going on over there. But yeah, if there's a particular team, a particular league, anything like that you want me to have a look at in more detail, get involved in the comments and I will do a little video on it. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Again, smash that like, hit that subscribe, join me again for the next one of these. Don't forget to check out my Barcelona series. I'll see you again very, very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.